Hey guys, welcome back to the next episode of G&A Podcast. I am that ship girl in the back who's always buying strange panties, Juby Doo.
And I am your well endowed but short co host, Sobroni.
What? Hold on. I don't even know what.
We both draw our influence from Azur Lane, I see this week.
Oh, I see. You're right.
Yes.
Welcome.
I'm
Okay.
not just being a pervert.
Yeah,
I have logic
I'm
to
like,
this. There's logic. It's a reference.
oh my god! I was like,
Safe.
I was turning into like the SpongeBob meme, Mr. Krabs looking back and forth. Like, what just happened? Oh, welcome back, guys, to another episode of G&A Podcast. We talk about all things anime. Let's start with our first segment that is called This Week in Anime. According to Anime News Network, apparently there's like a new I feel like it's an OVA of Sekaiichi Hatsukoi.
Mhm.
The Propose arc is coming out in
Propose arc.
February. Yeah, it was a love story, so yeah. So yeah, some more BL goodness. Apparently it will have event screenings in theaters in February. So it's either a movie or it's an OVA or something. I'm assuming it's some. Hey,
Or
events in
both.
theories. Can I assume it's a movie?
Yeah, I'd assume it's just a movie at that point. It's an OVA that's airing in theaters. That's a movie in my book.
Yeah. So not sure you guys know about this. This is one like the first like BL anime that I really was like into, even though it's like still really weird because one dude is like 32 and the other guy is like 21. Like,
It's
I
not
mean,
so
it's
bad.
not weird. Yeah, it could be worse. It could definitely be worse. But it's like it's like you see the power dynamic, and I'm just like, yes, I know that's supposed to be kind of like a sexy taboo thing, but like in real life, that's kind of like if that ever happened to like real people, that would be gross and a super powered
Look
like.
at you judging people's relationships.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with like older younger couples. Like I said, I've dated way older than me. My point is, these guys, their relationship that I followed specifically, it was like in real life. When I saw that shit, I'd be like, hmm. But either way, it does not exist in real life, which means I
Can
don't think it's
enjoy
gonna
it.
happen. Because I can enjoy it, so I will be looking forward to that. Tony, do you have anything for us?
Yes, along the same vein, kind of, sort of. New season, well, first season announced for Nekopada, the Neko Parade series of visual novels, is going to be getting its first anime series starting in January 2020. So maybe we'll cover
Mm.
it. If you
Mm.
guys aren't familiar, it's like a series of like really the history of the company is very interesting because they actually kickstarted an OVA back in 2017 and they got it funded, so they were able to release like a really short OVA. It was actually really well done. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Um,
Wait. You
yeah,
said this is somewhat similar to what I said about Sekaiichi Hatsukoi.
no,
Like, is it be out? Oh, so you just lied to
no.
everyone.
I
Okay,
said is
got it.
that it's an anime that is coming out with a season like yours
Oh,
is.
it's an anime that's coming out. Okay,
It's quite the
and
opposite of
we're
yours. So
two,
actually, it's
we're
about cat
two,
girls.
we're two, just like two humans. Like they also breathe in oxygen.
Yes,
Like
similar to how two humans breathe oxygen, our two stories have to do with anime seasons.
I hate you.
Anyway, Neko Parade is a pretty fun visual novel. It's just a fun cat girl harem show, but it actually has a bit of heart to it. So if you're looking for a fun visual novel or a fun show with cat girls, keep a lookout for Nekopada next month
Hmm.
or two
I will
months.
be I will be the judge of that.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of judging things, let us move on with the weekly reviews. And starting off, I believe it is My Hero Academia
Mm-hmm.
for episode 3.
Episode 4.
What you said. um
this
well.
this is gonna share episode of the week with me with something else. But yeah, I
Ooh.
really, really like this episode a lot.
I can see that. This is a very, it is literally one of those episodes where like nothing happened, but a lot happened.
It
Like
was it was an
it was,
emotional episode.
it felt like I was watching like oh shit, what's that anime I always shit on? Not Naruto.
I was about to say
Wait,
Naruto.
wait, say Naruto, not Naruto.
Fire Force.
No, not Fire Force. Hey, you also shit on Fire Force.
Yes.
Um. No, not Future Diary.
Man, you shit on a lot of anime apparently.
No, I don't shit on Future Diary. I love Future Diary. Uh, um, um, Light Yamagami.
Death
Death Note.
Note.
There we go.
I'm
Yeah.
mad you remember the main character's name, but you don't
I
remember
know,
the name of
right?
this fucking most one of the most huge franchises of anime.
Yeah. Either way, it felt like an episode of Death Note where like nothing happened, but it was just so much like.
It was a lot of intrigue for sure, but what really drew me to this episode is like My Hero and does this thing that I don't think any other shonen anime has ever done as far to me for a long time, which is it makes me care so much like about the characters because All Might just I feel like All Might be my favorite mentor type of character, like more than
Oh,
Kakashi and everything.
easily.
Like I
Like,
cared so
really
much.
hard.
I felt something in my heart when he was talking about him dying and stuff. It just hits me. It hit me right in the kokoro.
Because it's like we were expecting it to happen
Mm,
when like he said he was like, oh yeah, when I was gonna fight against All For One, I thought I was gonna die and that was just gonna be it. And
yeah,
then that didn't happen, but I'm still probably going to die, and that hurts because he like struggled and essentially ended his power
yeah,
like
exactly.
just to do all that, and now he's just gonna die.
Yeah, it just hits like this show gives me so many emotional highs. But even more, well, not maybe even more, but just as good was the moment in the beginning of the episode where Deku has to struggle with the little girl because he's like, I this little
Oh
girl is like
yeah, yeah. No,
crying.
see, for me, that was the part that got me fucked up
Yeah,
with it
that got me.
because he's like, oh my god, but he's like, I gotta pretend like everything's fine, and then Lemillion, who is just like, he's like, first of all, shout out to him. He's like actually like for someone who's a student, he is very professional.
Hmm.
He was cool as a cucumber
Yeah.
compared to what he was thinking. He was just like, okay, young Midoriya, don't fuck this up.
Also, Lemillion's a really cool name. Sounds like a rapper.
It does actually.
Your
It's
boy
very cute.
Lemillion. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so that was crazy. I didn't think that um um Eri would be his daughter. That was a plot twist. I
Yeah, that
thought
was
that was a
another
plot
plot
twist.
twist. That was a good plot twist too.
Like they hit you a lot with this episode, even though there was no fighting.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like even in like that's why I kind of hold other shonens like far to the fire because it's just like outside of the action in those shows, it's like all right, there's nothing here. It's just there has to be action every episode. Hero Academia can have like a whole string of episodes that don't really have any action, but I'm still super invested because the characters are so good and the drama and the intensity is just there. Like that scene with him holding onto Ares, like that is just as intense to me as like any of the actual fighting in the show.
Yeah, I'm gonna make this my episode of the week. I just totally forgot to like pick an episode of the week. But I'm just like, yeah, it makes very much sense for that. This is it. This is mine.
Yeah, yeah, it was such a fucking good
It
episode.
really was like a really good episode. Like literally from start to finish, it was just like all the moments where they had like the downtime, it was literally just enough to just like exhale. And then they're like, all right, bitch, we're not done yet. Boom.
I like that they're setting up this. I thought this was going to take longer into the season, but they're setting up the confrontation with the two bad guy groups again. So I feel like
Yeah.
what's his name has something up his sleeve.
Tomura,
Yeah, Tomura.
the hand dude, the hand dude,
Hand guy.
Medusa guy.
Medusa but hands.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I can't wait for next episode. It's gonna be banging, slapping,
By the
all
way, I
those.
heard that next episode is one of the best. It's like adapting one of the best parts of the manga, so everyone's super hyped for it. I don't know what happens,
Oh,
but apparently it's gonna be amazing. So
God, I feel like someone's gonna spoil it. We're gonna be at
don't
anime.
spoil
Okay,
it.
yeah, don't spoil it. You spoil it, and I'm gonna be upset. Yeah, that's my big threat.
All right.
Let's
Um,
move
mhm.
on to Shokugeki no Soma, the Shin no Sara for season 4, episode 5.
Surprise! Not
Yeah, they
really. Exactly what
lost.
we thought happened.
Yeah, yeah, and they were just like, oh, they literally were like, bitch, you tried.
Point for trying, Megumi.
You tried. You just weren't that good. Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm like I said, you were fighting someone like this is their specialty, and
Exactly.
you're not the main character,
hmm
and you're the Sakura of the anime. So I just expected you to lose.
Although she does win a lot for someone who's she secretly has a really high win rate.
Yeah, that's why I knew she was gonna lose because I'm like,
hmm
bitch, you can't win them all.
So I liked how they didn't linger on it. They were just like at the
They
start of the episode,
did.
like, oh, by the way, you lost.
And you're like, oh fuck, I lost, and then they were like, well, you lost, but it's okay. And she's like, all right, go, guys, oh, guys. However, I did really like Aldini this episode.
hmm
They made Aldini very cool. I thought that was super awesome that like he was making like a super Italian like he just made pizza, like I just made
Like
pizza.
I'm making pizza, and that actually killed me because normally they make things in the show where I'm just like, whatever. I'm never gonna be able to taste that in my life because it's just like fucking. I made a roast or a fucking basket made out of pie crust with flower petal apples on it. I'm never gonna find a place that sells that. But Aldini made this bomb ass pizza, and I was just like, I
Exactly.
want some fucking pizza now.
I know. Ooh, Domino's has it. Nope. Never
Nope.
mind. I'm not doing
Domino's.
Domino's. Yeah, I said Domino's, and deep
No.
down something horrible was like. I was like, alright,
Even
never.
then, Domino's, no fast food joint can do this pizza justice. I need to go to like an actual pizza place and get like a steak and cheese pizza. Oh, fucking
I love how you think in your mind like, oh, it's a real place because they have like a something with like a obnoxious like a steak and cheese on it.
steak
Not
and cheese is
obnoxious,
great.
but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I've had pizza like I said once in all well Troy, which is right outside of Albany. Like I said, and like they were like, oh yeah, you just can't eat our pizza with like using your hands. You actually need to eat it with a fork and knife. And I'm
Wait,
just like,
they
oh.
made you eat with a fork and knife?
Like no, the way they made the pizza, you couldn't eat it with your hands.
Uh,
Like no, it was meant to be eaten with a fork and knife.
see, that's kind of
It was
pretentious.
it was a General So pizza and it was
Oh, that
delicious.
just sounds super pretentious. Never mind.
Pretentious bitch is Chinese food.
But you don't put
Pizza.
General So's on a pizza. That's just
First of all, there's multiple places that do that, and secondly, it's good. It's actually really good. I would recommend that. It's very delicious. Not a huge fan of. I'm not the hugest fan of pizza. People may not know that about me. I'm not the hugest fan, which is why I have a thing against Domino's.
mm,
But yeah, that was good, and I'm sure the pizza Aldini made was just as good. Like I love how they're like, oh, there's no way this other plain pizza with no toppings on it's gonna taste good.
yeah.
And
Dwight can make a good cheese pizza.
yeah, I'm like, bitch, it's cheese. Ah, he just used a bunch of cheese.
There's no way that's gonna taste good. It's just cheese. Oh my god, he used 4 cheeses.
Ah.
That changes everything.
He used more than just a cheese. He used 4. Crazy.
I thought it was just cheddar, not.
It went crazy if they like fucked me up and they were just like, we're gonna do pizza. We're gonna do pizza with a different sauce. I love pizzas with different sauces.
Yeah, I like to use like whatchamacallit, like Alfredo sauce or like barbecue as the base.
Barbecues. Oh my god.
Yes. Also, can I mention that this dude is a huge dick? The guy that Aldini was fighting.
Yeah, isn't which I actually respect.
I don't. That's like a really. It's not even a smart move. It's a really dickish, just dick move. Like
No, it is a smart move.
it's not. Or I'm gonna fucking put artichokes in after everything I make. I'm just like draw a shit ton of artichokes in there, just so it
But it
ruins it.
tastes, but yeah, his will win because his tastes good, and the others did not. It doesn't taste spectacular, but
I mean, it's not necessarily ingenious. You just threw artichokes in your food. Like,
yeah, no, but like the whole dish it's by itself is gonna be good.
see, like what
Like,
Aldini did was genius, not what Eisen did. Or Eisen, whatever fucking.
what do you mean? All Aldini did was
He was like, I knew you were gonna put artichokes, so I made sure to counter you. What he did was literally just anyone could do it. I'm just gonna throw artichokes. I'm gonna do it every fucking match I do. I'm just gonna throw artichokes in my food. That way, the person who goes after me loses automatically. That's not smart or clever or countering to. It's just
I think
being a dick.
He made that decision. He made that decision after he saw the dude making that beef, and he was just like, I can just ice up some artichokes and just.
Oh, but it works with everything. That's not. It's not. It's like if I'm racing you, and I see you're running fast, and I fucking take a bat to your kneecaps. It's not really necessarily smart. I'm just like, what a great smart move he did, like taking a bat to your kneecaps.
One is cheating, one isn't. Notice how off your analogy is.
I'm just saying, if artichokes are gonna fuck up your flavor palette for taste testing, then first off, if that's the case, I feel like they should be banned. I mean, what the fuck is the meta in this food?
What
is the meta here? Artichokes OP, fucking ban those shits or restrict them to one.
You could not make a sweet like his plan wouldn't have worked if like it literally is only to like fuck up someone's like sweet dish. Like that's literally it.
All right, well, if you know your opponent's making a sweet dish, and you just, I don't know, cook any shit together and throw an artichoke in there, you'll win.
Unless it tastes bad. Like his dish doesn't taste good. You know this, right? Like,
well, they can. It's easy for them to make a good tasting dish. That's whatever. The guy can make a good tasting dish in his sleep.
I can make a great tasting dish and then put some artichokes in the sauce.
This feels really stupid, OP. Now every time I see people cook, I'm just gonna be like, why the fuck did he just put artichokes in there and ruin it for his opponent? They introduced this really OP mechanic into the food game.
They're never going to bring it up again.
This changes the whole food dynamic now.
They will never talk about it ever again. You're
I know.
okay with that.
I know.
Yeah, I feel like you're thinking this. Yeah, you're thinking this.
Wait, why did Negami throw fucking artichokes in her? She would have destroyed. She would have destroyed Momo. Where I would have fucking.
Momo went first, so she would.
Oh well, you know what I would have done? I would have opened up an apple, put an artichoke inside of it, and fucking.
It doesn't beat that Momo's head. Fuck you.
I win. Oh.
Fuck your sweets.
Fuck your sweets. I got the perfect counter.
Beam.
Be at my level.
You're just chugging artichoke at her.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, the artichoke thing was genius. Alright, is that the only thing we have to say about Food Wars?
I think so. That's what I love about, like, the episode is still good, but we could still just talk about nothing about it.
Exactly.
And that's what I love about this anime.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
Exactly.
Right. Although I will say they missed a chance. This is so weird because I'm about to say something about ecchi stuff. They missed a chance, or they could have been very lewd with the cheese.
Like melty cheese, like yeah.
Like, oh my god, the cheese is flowing everywhere. Like, yeah, they could. I was thinking something like that, but they were just all had like angel wings and they were
although they were extra lewd with the magic trick thing that they were talking about, and they had like
whoa,
that girl was like in the box and she was like making this face and her tongue was sticking out and her feet were up. I'm like, okay, you need to
she was extra lewd. They were extra lewd for that. I'm just saying they could have done. I'm saying cheese. I feel like is a very easy slap.
Yeah, you missed the mark, like Megami.
Oh no, okay, let's move on to Fate Grand Order, the Taimaju Sensen Babylonia.
Speaking of ecchi and lewdness,
Episode 5, 6?
6, yes.
6. Yes, I'm looking at the wrong thing. There we go. Yeah, lots of Ushi. No, they're
Tons of Ushi.
trying to build the heartbreak.
Yeah.
I'm just bringing up every episode just so like when it happens, it's not that like
it's still gonna be devastating.
I won't. Yeah, like it'll be like I'm depressed in my room for a day, as opposed to me just like getting a bottle of like vodka and just drinking a cup and be like, no, this world once was good.
Yes.
Not anymore.
It was once. No, yeah, Ushi had a lot of good moments. I love Ushi. Her just jumping on the MC was really cute, adorable.
Mm-hmm. When her making that cute face when like Anna talked over her.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, wait, I want to have more time with Senpai.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, Senpai, with the master.
Anna also had a few cute moments, even though she didn't have much screen time this episode.
She didn't. She kind of just like, oh my god, we're going here. Oh my god, we can get a lot of money. Yay, let's go. You know who I actually was a fan of?
Who?
I like the MC.
Yeah, this was like his coming out episode in a way. He had like a lot of screen time.
And
which is
like,
weird to say.
Personality, yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird to say because you were like, what? The main character had screen time. Isn't that always the case? But no, he usually just is in the background doing show while everyone else is taking the foreground. So yeah, he had a lot of lines and interactions. They actually gave him some personality with the Ushi scene.
Like, I love that scene, yeah, with the Ushi when he's talking about, like, oh yeah, we used to talk about you all the time, like, when we were younger, and he started singing the song. I was like, oh, I'm like, this is cute, I like this.
You're doing stuff. Yeah, I hope they keep that. I think that's a good way of, like, not making him too outgoing or too crazy, but just giving him enough personality where it's like,
just
this
enough.
is good, yeah.
Yeah. Also, spicy take, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this was so much better because Mosh wasn't in it as much.
Ooh, but Mosh was cute for the parts that she was in.
Exactly, and that's how they should keep it. Her being cute in those very small parts.
Very selective parts.
Yes, exactly, and that to me is fine, as opposed to just like, oh my god, senpai, like what am I talking about?
Senpai!
Yeah, exactly. This is way more fun.
My favorite thing about this episode was probably just seeing. There was a lot of homages to, and Orion pointed this out in the stream, but there was a lot of homages to Unlimited Blade Works with Rin. Like the biggest one is probably her being tied up in a chair in the basement, just like she was with Unlimited Blade Works. So I liked all the little stuff.
I didn't know that was a homage to Unlimited Blade Works, but I knew it looked familiar. When I saw it, I was just like, where have I seen this before?
Yeah, there's like a bunch of them. I got Orion sent me like screen caps. I gotta show you. They literally shot for shot redid some of the poses and stuff from Unlimited Blade Works for Rin.
Oh,
so they were like really going ham with it.
Oh, love that.
Yeah, even the little fight scene that they had, like, even though it wasn't like crazy impressive or anything, it was still nice. It was like, oh.
I like that she got pwned by Anna.
That was a good little twist. Also, just all the fucking skeletons.
Spooky
skeletons. Somebody needs to redo the cut that scene and just add that music.
But yeah, no, it was a good episode. Like, stuff happened.
It's progressing the plot. It's like just moving along the tracks of the story.
Essentially, I'm just waiting for Quetz at this point.
Yeah, she'll show up soon. I think she should. Maybe next week. Eresh should maybe show up next week as well.
Oh yeah, that I was like,
yeah, lots of little Eresh things.
I don't think they're going into the underworld just yet. When I saw that he just managed to hop, skip, and jump into the underworld, I was like,
whoa, I'm in the underworld now. That's my one gripe with this episode. It was really fast, like super fast paced, and I feel like they're trying to like hurry up and get to certain parts. So it's just like, quick, we gotta go through this part where they're looking for the tablet, and he's in the underworld, and stuff is happening, and now he's out of the underworld.
I'm okay with it, because I don't want this going any slower.
Yeah, I get that.
I don't want this going any slower.
As long as it knows when to... Yeah, if it knows when to to speed up and slow down, I'm fine with it, which it has. So far so good.
Yeah. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, I think that's all I had to say about it.
Same here.
Oh, I liked her when she turned blonde last second.
Yes, that's cute.
Yeah, cool.
Good
All
job,
right.
Ren.
Let's move on to Haatage! Kemono Michi, episode 6.
Yes. This was a weird episode.
I know, because this is all one fucking flashback. And I'm just like, but it was... I don't know, it wasn't the worst. It didn't feel too long. It felt like a half of episode of a flashback.
It was it was not as funny as the other episodes, but I think it was good because it showed a lot of Hanako's character, so we kind of got to see like her not just being a joke character and eating everything.
Someone likes to eat.
Mm-hmm.
I love how they they basically just cemented Carmilla as like just vampire Aqua.
Yeah, she's just pure Aqua at this point. Like even in the quote unquote serious part of this episode, in the fights and stuff, she's just like, please no, please keep fighting me so I don't get tossed aside and nothingness.
Yeah, no, she is really pathetic, but very funny. But yeah, like I said, it wasn't anything too fun. Like it was enough to like for that I didn't hate it.
Yeah, I like the other girls, the vampire lolies, motivation is so like superficial. Yeah, but also it mimics Mao and Kemono Mask. Like she's just like, oh, I just want to beat her because she beat me once, and now we're having like this whole lifelong obsession with her. Which is literally what happened with Mao. He's like, oh, he beat me once, and I have a lifelong obsession where I have to beat him. She's like,
I need to beat this guy, and he's like, what? Bitch, say less.
So I hope they bond over their creepy stalker-ish obsessions with their rivals.
Oh god, this is such a mess.
Also, we got confirmation Hanako could just turn into a dragon and fuck people up.
I mean, she is half dragon.
Yeah, but I didn't know she could just transform into a dragon and fuck people up.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's cool that she's pretty strong, which makes you wonder why she didn't like transform and kill those things. But
maybe she did. Maybe she off-screened them.
Maybe, but yeah, like that. I think it was the second or third episode where she literally carries everyone back.
Yeah,
by herself. So yeah, she ain't weak. She's
actually the strongest one in their group, technically.
Oh my god, I'm the strongest one. Feed me.
But yeah, no, it's hard to say anything about this episode because it was literally just a flashback of Hanako and this girl's story, and it's weird because it was so. It wasn't boring. It
wasn't boring, right? It wasn't anything crazy.
It's nothing to talk about. Like, I can't find it. I did like the animation in the fight scene. That was weirdly good. Like, I think they secretly borrowed some of Cloverworks' staff for that fight. Like, you're not working on any fights on Babylonia this week, right? Just some little Ishtar fight? Alright, quick. We need somebody over on this side for this animated fight.
Yeah, no, that fight scene was... Yeah, those things like the fight scene... The kind of parts that made me chuckle a little bit. Like, it was enough.
I think the best part, as far as comedy, was at the end where, what's his name, is just, Genzo was just slapping. Her. Yeah, he's just slapping her back and forth. So, yeah,
it was talking about how, like, oh, you went ahead, and then you got eaten like a stupid bitch. Like, that I can get used to.
So I am kind of hoping that we get into this bigger picture of like where Mao and his vampire loli show up and there's like a big confrontation or something, because I feel like that would drive the plot forward enough for it to be more grand and more stupid.
Yeah, and I feel like it'd be also funny as fuck. So
yeah, exactly.
Yes, let us hope that happens. Until then, let's move on with Azur Lane episode 6. Oni's gonna talk about this while I go eat this little thing that I've been saving for myself. I literally saved it for like this particularly because so little happened. I'm like, I really can afford.
This was a great episode. This is my other episode of the week.
I know, because it's just
not even for the fan service parts.
Okay.
Like, first off, well, all right. So the fan service, the fan service was great too, but first off, called it code. We had Koji. We had the hint at Enterprise Alter showing up in the cube, so that might be a thing with Enterprise Alter. The other major thing I think was the whole reveal with Akagi at the end. With Kage at the end trying to revive Amagi, who is her sister, her elder sister, which would be interesting because I kind of want to see how she would interact with her sisters trying to be like in this Yuri incest fucking.
Who's trying to revive who? That confused me.
Akagi's trying to revive her sister Amagi. Yeah.
Okay.
And she's like if she's gonna be like she's in the game, she's more like strict and not as crazy as her two sisters. She's just kind of like the voice of reason. So I'm kind of like curious to see if she's gonna be like, you can't be, I don't know, feeling up your sister. Like, maybe we shouldn't feel each other up. But for an episode that was like just fan servicey, it did have a lot of plot, like the moving of the thing at the end with Kaga and Prince Eugen and Akagi and Alter Enterprise in the beginning. So there was stuff going on.
Well, see, you knew all of that because you played the game. I didn't, so therefore I'm just like, okay, stuff's happening.
Yeah, I know. That's the flaw of non-action episodes. I feel like this is an adaptation that's aimed purely at people who play the game. That's my one problem.
Yes.
And you can tell because of all the cameos that showed up in this episode that you can't appreciate.
So all the cameos, I'm like, I know Oni knows all these people.
I'm like flipping. I'm like, oh my god, it's South Dakota! Oh my god, Eldridge! So, I was flipping out about that. But, I mean, just from a comedy standpoint and fun standpoint, I like the...
Comment.
I liked it. The scene with Laffy was cute, where Javelin is like giving her a little speech, and Laffy's like fucking sprays her with water, like shut the fuck up, get to work.
That sounds more like slice of life, but all right.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Slice of fine. I know you have a thing with slice of life versus comedy.
No, because you're like, that was a funny part. This bitch, she's just getting sprayed with water. Relax.
It was fun. See, you're being a downer about the show already.
I'm not being a downer. You're fucking biased.
I'm not biased as hell.
It's
had bad episodes.
You are biased as hell because I know this because I episodes in this anime that I actually like, and this just was not one of them.
No, I think it's just one of the cases where this was a fan service episode in the sense that it was made also for fans of the game. So if you know nothing about the game, it's not an enjoyable episode.
It was slice of life / fan service with as you said, for people who actually like watch the anime. I mean, like people who voted for this, and if you're watching this, you can't be mad at me for shitting on the anime. You knew this was going to happen.
Boo.
Next time, don't pick an anime that you would like. Listen.
You can still appreciate the cute girls and stupid shit going on.
Andrew, you're gay. You can totally appreciate the cute girls. I'm like, why?
I didn't say sexually appreciate them. I just meant like, I don't know. Cool.
I appreciate Belfast because...
Oh, what about the scene with Belfast and... That's the one I wanted to mention. Belfast and Enterprise at the end.
Oh yeah, no, that was like the best scene, easily.
Yeah.
That was easily the best scene. He's like, coffee, so like that, and she's just like, booze, and I'm just like, oh, Belfast, you're like the best.
I am. So nothing else this anime is getting me. This anime is getting me to ship Belfast and Enterprise.
Oh my god. So please,
ship.
Thank you. But yeah,
so I guess that's all I have to say. Of course, excellent fan service.
Also, what the fuck is Unicorn a C cup? What the fuck?
They upgraded everyone's tits whenever they're naked for some reason. I mean, Unicorn already has kind of somewhat big breasts.
No. Unicorn already has big breasts for Loli. Yeah, that was already...
Yeah. It's just they added, like, an extra cup size on top of that for some reason.
Like, compared to the game, you mean?
Yeah. Like, in the game, she's still maybe, like, a B cup. But in the anime, they're like, fuck, give her double Ds.
I was like, what?
Yeah,
This makes no sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh wait, we almost forgot. Sheffield doesn't wear panties. So
No, that is actually an important thing to mention.
It is, because it also explains why, if you remember earlier in like 2 episodes ago when she was fighting Akagi and she did a flip over Akagi, there was like a scene and Akagi like is going to counter her flip or something, and she just looks underneath her skirt and she starts blushing. So now that explains that.
Ah. Bueno. She's like, oh, that's not the Kit Kat I was trying to see.
Continuity.
Well done, Azur Lane.
Also, Cleveland's sisters are all adorable.
Yes, I'm sure they are.
All right, let's move on.
Move on to Vinland. Oh, sorry, no, there's
no Vinland Saga.
No Vinland Saga, because of course I must be deprived of good anime. Mm-hmm. So let's move on to our last anime of the podcast, which is not that. It is Fire Force episode 16.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we get the introduction to our savior, Raffles the First. I just wanted to mention that name.
Yes.
To say that's really funny.
I do want to give this episode credit in that they actually, oh my god, had a plot twist this episode. Who would have...
Yes. That's actually a good plot twist.
Yeah, it was.
I would say I didn't like. I was kind of like, oh, really, Giovanni's part of Evangelist too. Like, I think it would have been cooler if like they had like another sect of evil people as opposed to everyone just being good guys. Evangelists. No, he's like, nah.
We're all evangelists. That's it.
I was clearly a bad guy. But to make it even more like adoy, I'm also evangelist. I'm like, all right, whatever. Whatever.
You're an evangelist. I'm an evangelist. At the end of the day, it's gonna be everybody in the Fire Force except the 8th squad is gonna be evangelists.
Essentially, they're all evangelists. I'm like, all right, cool, girl. I actually like Shinra this episode because I like him because he's confident. That's something.
Did he do anything this episode?
No, like, in the beginning, first of all, he got his ass beat.
Yeah, exactly.
Before he got his ass beat, like, he was like, hey, let's do X, Y, and Z because all this stuff makes sense. Mm-hmm. And it's like, he was like, he showed good leadership.
Yeah.
And I actually appreciate that. It's like, all right, you kind of know what you're doing until Giovanni, like, fucked your shit up.
Also, Giovanni's great. I love him as a villain.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. He's actually really good.
Yeah, he was really, really good. I was waiting for like a good villain to finally show up, and I'm like, oh yes, him freaking out at the end and just like repeating the same shit over and over and over again.
Yeah, like
smashing shit. Was, yeah.
Exactly. Like, and he did like the little it's like him doing like a weird windmill animation. Like, mm-hmm. I'm like, yes, this is the weird, wacky villain that this anime needed.
Exactly, and he's actually ruthless. Like, he just shot the fucking kid.
Oh my god! I'm like, damn, they shooting kids.
Like, see, can we show this? We're Fire Force. What happened?
I'm already choking this kid with my robot arm, and he's just like, okay, we need to get your answer faster, and then he just shoots the kid.
This is not the Fire Force I know. What is going on?
Yeah, so they definitely stepped it up this week, I would say.
Yeah, this felt like an actual good episode.
Oh my god, and speaking of the good stuff that happens, so how can we not mention Arthur?
Yes, Arthur is great.
Oh my god. When he showed up literally with a donkey on his crotch, I literally died. I was like, no, I can't do this. I can't do this. Donkey's too much. No. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, no. Arthur is somehow the best character in this show, constantly.
And oh my god! And did you love them like clearly trying not to get copyrighted by like Fate Stay Night?
Oh, with the Excalibur thing.
Excalibur. I'm like, very subtle, guys.
When are we getting the Fate Grand Order Fire Force crossover that we deserved?
We may deserve it, but do you really want it? That's a true question.
That is the true question. I'll take it. I'll take any collab we can get in Fate Grand Order at this point.
But yeah, no, this is actually one of the stronger episodes. Like, for just multiple reasons. Like, Shinra provides Giovanni, and then Giovanni fucks him up.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure he's like
Giovanni's
kidnapping
actually
him.
strong. Giovanni.
Yeah.
The sister.
Wait. I don't know if he's being kidnapped because he left Shinra alone. So
He's
I
like, all right,
feel
later.
like, yeah, Shinra's gonna be like, oh my god, I broke out. I'm coming back. I'm gonna fuck you up. Like,
Yeah. The other girl living with the guy just turning on him and everything was great.
oh, that was good. She's like, yeah, like when she started using. I thought she was like, oh, she's gonna use her fire powers and fight them and blah blah blah. Like she came out for his own good, and she's like, nah, I'm actually also.
I'm evangelist. We're evangelist. I was waiting for the kid to just fucking fake being shot and be like, I'm also an evangelist.
And then that's when the sister's like, I'm also evangelist.
And that's when Vulcan is like, wait, I'm also evangelist. What the fuck are we guys doing?
And they just walk out. Like,
here's the key right here.
Arthur and Shinra are just like, huh?
What? End of the season. That was the last episode. Oh, fucking evangelist. Alright. And if you suspect us of being evangelists, make sure you hit that like button. And also subscribe so you can catch all the latest episodes as they are released weekly. If you haven't already, do join the party over to Discord, follow us on Twitch, and follow us on Twitter. And if you want, you can even go even further by donating to us on Patreon, like all these lovely patrons on screen right now. You can get the benefit of actually watching Fate Grand Order Babylonia with us every week. We just watched the latest episode with our patrons. So if you want to join us for that, you can donate to us. And Drew, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Guys and gals and all in between. Someone's trying to steal your man with their good food. Remember, you just added artichoke.
Yes.
Either to their food or to their face.
Mm-hmm. Artichokes
G&A
OP.
G&A Reviews does not condone violence in any way, shape, or form. We are not held responsible for anything that might happen to you.
But we do condone fucking artichokes. This has been Soberoni and
Dooby-doo.
I'll catch you guys later. Later!
Bye.